Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Group Chat. COVID is back. I mean, look, we said COVID's back like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
COVID's like really back.
It's here.
Like more people are sick that I know currently than possibly over all of 2020.
Yeah, I know more people in the last 2 weeks than all of last year.
Yep. Vaxxed, unvaxxed, but we have some clarifications to make on this episode.
Yes.
Because if you're one of those like, oh, even the vaccinated are getting it.
Yeah, we're coming for you.
We're coming for you. We want to have a little chat.
Yeah.
Big chat. Remember less than 3 or 4 weeks ago, D was contemplating going to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami for the Jake Paul fight or Logan Paul fight?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure do.
Why don't you go to Rolling Loud?
Any chance you would think about that today?
I'm going to Rolling Loud. They have a vaccinated stage, and there's like one artist performing because he's the only one that got vaccinated.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
It's not Eric Clapton.
It's Lupe Fiasco. Yeah, it's not Eric Clapton. And we will tell you why. All right, we got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
We ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, Group Chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Okay, so I'm taking precautions, and that is that, as you can see, I'm kind of angled a little bit this way.
I like it.
So I just think, like, look, we're not going to stop doing the pod. I think we're all good here. I mean, I got tested yesterday, but like, I think if I face this way statistically,
You can't ricochet.
I'm around 20% less likely to catch your particles.
Tim is looking right at us, though.
Yeah, Tim's been doing a lot of like loud laughing.
But he's more than 10 feet away. So we're abiding by the guidelines.
Well, for you, he's 10. For drama, he's like...
I'm probably 5.5. I'm right in the...
Yeah, you're right in the zone.
Yeah.
Okay, but that being said, even though there's an urge to jump straight into... right back into COVID, let's start with some positivity.
Yes.
Giannis and the Bucks won the NBA championship. The whole thing. Incredible story. I did finally tune in. The whole series I tuned into.
The end.
Literally 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It was great. After it was over, I went and YouTubed a couple like Giannis story videos.
Yeah, everyone knows his story now.
Everyone knows the story now. I've also seen some really good TikToks. They've been targeting me, and I watched his MVP speech. But it looks like now Giannis is just like star beyond all stars. I mean, he already was, but this is now he's reached superstardom.
Yeah, it was really exciting. And I think the best part about it is because now everyone's kind of learned his story, his humble background, his brothers, his mom. It's a crazy like life story. I recommend you look it up if you're not familiar with it.
Yeah.
And then you see him, he's obviously like overwhelmed in emotion when he wins. And afterwards at the press conference, he kind of finally like shows like, yeah, like I did it. I didn't go to a super team.
Yep.
I stayed in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
He has every reason to leave Milwaukee, right? Like you can go get paid anywhere. He's one of the best players in the NBA, if not the best. And
I gotta look at a map and see exactly where Milwaukee is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's in Wisconsin, about 2 hours from Chicago, north.
Okay.
So
Your neck of the woods.
It is.
So just to put it in context, he had the option to opt out, and the Milwaukee franchise before the season was on eggshells because it was 50-50. No one knew, is he going to stick it out in Milwaukee or is he just going to play this year out and then demand a trade or go to Dallas, go to Miami, go to LA, who knows, right?
Yeah.
And so he chose the harder route, which he obviously made clear. But I want to point out that the game he had in Game 6 in historical context, especially in our lifetime, there's never been a better closeout performance by an NBA player, period, full stop.
Really?
Yes.
Like
That's
by the numbers.
statistically not even
Better
close.
than Jordan.
Better than Jordan,
LeBron,
Kobe, LeBron, everyone. In a closeout game.
So I fucked up. I should have watched more than 10 minutes.
No, you watched the best part.
Okay.
And then his problem the whole playoffs and the season with free throws. This guy went 17 for 19 from free throws. So like he wasn't making free throws.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's like 90% from the free throw line.
And to really put I was watching.
Can I say one more thing about the free throws? So over the summer, he was training in Greece, and free throws were his problem the year prior. So he would be in the gym with his trainer, and his wife, who had just given birth to a baby, was in the gym. Oh. And if he missed a free throw, she had to do a lap with the baby. And it was like Giannis wanted to be like
tortured.
Like, I'm torturing my family if I miss free throws.
That's some sick shit. You know what I mean? That's borderline sick.
Can you imagine your wife?
I gotta say, you know that you wasn't with me shooting in the gym line. That does not apply to Giannis.
You know, Giannis's wife was,
she gets half.
Bitch, I was in the gym shooting with you.
They get divorced, she gets 60%.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that guy bricks a lot too.
He's a sicko, man. That's a little too far. You know what I'm saying? That with the baby?
Yeah.
What, you're gonna shake the baby around the gym? Come on. Jeez. But look, I mean, this guy now, there's video of him at Chick-fil-A. Everyone's going nuts surrounding the car. I just feel like it seems to me that, for instance, someone like me who didn't watch the entire NBA season, I knew Giannis was good, but that's about it. Now I'm going and like watching the YouTube videos and like figuring out who this Giannis guy is. And I have to believe there's millions of other people doing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, he's what, 2-time MVP already, right?
2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, he has every accolade already.
And
he was Finals MVP.
He was the
most historic performance in a closeout game.
And he's 26 years old now. Yeah. His brother was on the team. His other brother was on the Lakers. All three brothers have rings.
That's incredible.
That's insane. And then I watched the IG live. I think Anand was telling me to watch it in the morning.
It was 7 a.m. I'm laying in my bed, just dying laughing. This guy's incredible. He's just so lovable.
And he's just sitting there looking for Chick-fil-A to get a 50-piece nugget, asking for free Chick-fil-A for life. And the manager's like, I don't know. I'm like, yo, bro, just say yes.
Think about it.
Like, for him.
Trust me. The higher-ups are going to be thankful.
The day after the finals, he's arguably the most loved athlete in the world, period, at the moment.
Yeah.
He's just has his wife driving him, and he's on Instagram Live, like rapping to lyrics of like random songs and talking about Chick-fil-A. Everyone in Milwaukee finds out. By the time he gets to Chick-fil-A,
it's like hundreds
yeah.
They all know where he's going, and there's hundreds of people, and he lowers his windows, taking photos with fans. He's just like the people's champ.
Yeah.
And I think the big part about it is, because I was thinking to myself, would he be a bigger star if he was a New York Knick and he won the title in New York? But I actually think his personality, his kind of demeanor, and who he is as a person fits the Midwest better.
Yeah,
it's more like...
It's the storyline's perfect.
Yeah.
Shopkeeper in Greece.
Yeah.
No nutrition, no meals, can't even feed the family.
Yeah.
To a smaller town in America.
Yeah.
Under a small market team, and take the small market team to win in a land where Lakers have LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
He beat every odd.
Yeah.
And now it's just incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a risk and a half, but damn it paid off. You know what I mean?
He also got a $240 million contract to stay in Milwaukee.
And you know what? Good, God bless him. But,
Yeah.
But you would think that he could take the route of like go to one of these bigger teams. And, I mean, no one would have even been mad at that.
No,
but now you get to say like, I stuck with you from day one. I mean, oh my God, you know that's like, it seems to me like the fans have a real sweet spot for like the super team issue.
Yeah.
And so you do it without that. And you grew up sleeping in the gym and walking 5 miles to school. And oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, put him on the $100 bill. You know what I mean? Come on. This guy deserves the world.
No, it's amazing.
And I 26 too.
26.
I mean, how much, does this guy have, once again, sorry for my
minimum
ignorance.
10 years.
10 years left to play?
Minimum.
With like 6 years of prime?
I would say 10 years of prime. Chris Paul's turning 37.
He had a great year.
How old's LeBron?
36.
LeBron is 84 born. So
yeah, 36. So I would say, because LeBron looks, as arguably top, best player ever, maybe. Don't come after me. I don't fucking care. You see him slowing down.
Yeah.
Like
he knows how to manage his minutes.
Yeah. So probably 34 is where you maybe start to feel a little old.
You just change your game. A guy that's willing to make his wife run with a baby is going to figure out how to alter his game, right?
We got to look into that.
Yeah.
That's the only crack in the armor. Right? Might be some child abuse over there. No, that's incredible. So good for him. And we need more of those stories. You know how I complain, and I got a lot of heat for it. I complain, and I know that this makes me sound old, but like I miss the days where people were famous because they were truly great, not because they were famous.
Yeah.
That to me feels like Giannis deserves the absolute world.
Yeah.
Like that is what, because that's what everyone, it's like Kobe in a way, like everyone should take a little piece of that and it should inspire them to wake up earlier or be nicer to their kids, whatever the hell it's going to be. And that to me, like, you deserve everything.
Yeah, because unlike the rest of the NBA who's in Balenciaga and Dior, he wears a Nike tracksuit to walk in.
Yeah, what a great guy. Love that Giannis. I wonder how many people before knew how, like I wish I could see a graph of knew how to say his name versus this morning now knows how to say his name. It has to have like quadrupled.
Oh, easily.
Okay, speaking of old Bronny, LeBron, just to be clear, now that we're going to be saying the name Bronny a lot more often, I would imagine. LeBron is this official? He's the first person to have $1 billion worth of career earnings.
Yeah.
He's the NBA's first.
In the NBA.
Because I think Tiger's earned $1 billion.
Yep. NBA.
And Jordan not while being a player.
No.
Got it. Okay, so what, Space Jam put him over the edge? What did it?
No, I mean, these are just...
This is just sponsors and salary?
It's $330 million in playing salary and $700 million in off the court.
Well, shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Okay, so props to him. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, it's LeBron.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not surprise. And the article also talks about this is going to be the first of many. Like, Giannis is going to make $1 billion probably just playing.
Steph Curry will.
I mean... Drew Holiday's making $25 million. He might make $1 billion.
Do you think that this is when, like, whoever it was, Apple or Microsoft, whoever was first to hit $1 trillion market cap, and then all of a sudden it's just like kind of old news? And
yeah, like
is it
everyone's
like
gonna
that?
hit it. Yeah,
do you think in 5 years there'll be like 4 billionaire players?
Yeah, because when we talked about this on the last pod, how there's a new TV deal up, and even though no one's watching the NBA, the TV deal is going to be double.
Yeah.
So salaries will go, like, you'll have players making like 60, 70 million a year.
Yeah. I mean, the soccer players make it.
The stars.
Yeah.
The numbers are more staggering in the transfer because more than the actual salary.
Yeah.
Because in those transfers where like Neymar gets bought, it's like 200-300 billion or whatever the number is. So everyone thinks that's how much Neymar is making, but Neymar's probably making like 30-40 million.
Give it to Giannis.
Just give everything to Giannis.
Give it to Giannis. I want to see Giannis second billionaire. It happened right after.
The cool thing about what's happening in sports right now is Giannis, who's a Greek person who came from, I think his family came from Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
He's the face of the NBA now.
Mm-hmm.
The face of baseball is a Japanese guy.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, yeah. What did he say again?
He said like it's bad for baseball.
Oh, bad for baseball.
Because he has an interpreter.
Yeah.
Interpret this.
That's so stupid. It's actually great for baseball because there's a new fans can watch.
Yeah, it's actually really... I mean, the NBA audience and MLB audience in the U.S. is shrinking. The only way you grow it is if globally people watch.
Yeah.
What they really need is a Chinese quarterback.
Oh, God, yeah.
Got Chinese Tom Brady.
I agree. Let's mix it up.
I mean, that would fucking explode.
Yeah, that'd be incredible. Yeah, even in the UFC,
Tom
I
Brady
think
is great.
like 3 of the champions are Nigerian, I think, in the UFC.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, Nigerians are killing it.
Usman, Israel Adesanya, I think they're Nigerian. But yeah, they're just fucking killing shit.
Wow.
All right. Speaking of athletes and the globe.
Yeah.
You know, we got this little COVID meetup going on over in Tokyo. And I think, the cool thing is it's a bit of a petri dish science experiment, right? It's like you take every variant, put them all on cardboard beds in a little barracks in all of our most elite athletes and just see what happens. It's called the Olympics 2021. 2020/2021.
Yeah.
They're still kind of calling it the 2020 Olympics /
I think the opening ceremony is tomorrow, I believe.
Yep, it is.
I want to watch it because I do enjoy, it's so grand, the Olympics, the opening ceremony. And this is in Tokyo. Japanese people are some of the most creative people ever.
Yeah.
I expect the opening ceremony to be incredible. I love watching all the countries come off and those We'll have like maybe one Indian
Archery.
female archer walk in by herself.
Yeah.
1.5 billion people. We got one Olympian.
One archer.
I don't even know if we have an archer this
I have
year.
no idea.
So, but it is exciting. I will be watching. Sue Bird, who's a female professional basketball player, is carrying the flag, and Eddie Alvarez, professional baseball player, is also carrying the American flag. I like when they wear the Ralph Lauren jumpsuits, the Olympic jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
You like the whole thing.
I think, look, everyone's shitting on the Olympics. A week from now,
We shit
we're
on the
all going to
Olympics.
be watching it.
But you shit on it 5 days ago.
Yeah, but next week I'll be all in on it.
Got it.
It's like a Bucks, Suns,
Yep.
Lakers, Heat,
Whoever, I'll be watching some sprinter.
But
I'll have a
Tokyo-
sprinter jersey.
Tokyo's health commission
Some short
announced
shorts.
today that there's no guarantee the Olympics finish. Like,
How long do the Olympics last?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Is it only 2 weeks?
Fortnite.
And one U.S. athlete already got it.
Yeah.
Already tested positive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's
They
funny
just
is-
can't test. I think they got to not test for 2 weeks. I'm
Geez,
going with Donald
geez,
Trump
Trump.
on this one.
You keep testing. That's why you keep getting cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, go Trump. You got 2 weeks.
On Olympic, these guys are okay.
I mean,
They're fine with the consequences.
Team USA basketball,
Should give up.
they may shut down the Olympics. We saw them in Vegas. They were everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, I just don't. You know what else is funny is we talked about the cardboard beds so that people won't bone each other.
Yeah.
And I follow Nigel Houston on Instagram, and he did a whole story on the cardboard bed.
And it's
Really?
real.
It's so real.
Why is he staying in the...
They have to, I'm sure.
No, if you're a star, you're not staying in the regular village.
I don't know.
I think
Maybe skateboarding, skateboarding's not exactly.
But he's
the
rich.
dream
I know, but
team-
they're
no,
new.
I remember, I forget, was it in Brazil? For safety reasons, Team USA basketball stayed on a yacht or a cruise liner because they didn't want them in hotels away from the public. I think they made the exception because if you want LeBron and everyone to come, they're like, you have to have this buttoned up.
Yeah, LeBron can't be sleeping on a cardboard bed.
No way.
Yeah, but Nigel ain't
I mean,
LeBron.
Kevin Durant's 7 feet. He's not
Maybe he just wanted the experience. I don't know, but that shit literally looks like those boxes stacked with sheets on them.
I'm excited to watch skateboarding in the Olympics. I think that's going to be really cool. You wouldn't watch
I
that?
agree. Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it, yeah.
I think it's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
How did he pass the drug test and our track and field star couldn't?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I do know the little bit that I don't know that much about Nigel, but I do know that he takes contest season very serious, unlike most skateboarders. So that's one of the reasons why he wins all of them. But I think he changes all of his habits and recreational activities during contest season to focus, and then he goes crazy during the off time.
Got it.
I think.
Yeah.
Don't fact check me. Sorry, Nigel. And then what about the NFL? What's going on over there? Those guys are just cruising, business as usual. COVID doesn't affect
No,
NFL
it looks
players?
like COVID does affect the shield.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shield.
we got little outbreaks, or
No,
are we
what-
talking about it?
What they're saying is basically, so I think currently 75% of the NFL players are vaccinated. And the NFL has said if unvaccinated players cause a breakout within a team and they have to forfeit a game, that team's going to lose revenue.
Yep.
And only if it's the unvaccinated people. So, I mean, we might as well just jump into COVID land.
We're in
Yeah.
it. I mean, we fell into it anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, here in LA,
It's here.
Many vaccinated people are getting it. The good news is hospitalization rates are still 97% for unvaccinated people. So that hasn't moved much.
Well, it's not good news. It's just
No.
It's not good. It's
Well,
good news if you're vaccinated.
Good news for us.
Yeah, but there's no reason to be unvaccinated unless you're actively choosing not to be.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't care.
What
it's
if
good
you
news.
really like Tucker Carlson?
That's your own problem.
Got it.
So, yeah, so vaccinated people are getting it. We know it. We know plenty of people, all of us
Plenty.
independently that
Yeah.
are vaccinated that have it. And they're getting sick. Like I said last week, we won't really know until 4 to 6 weeks out to see if this hospitalization rate stays consistent. And if it does, that's good news. But the
Yeah.
problem is the unvaccinated people are going to let this thing mutate. We have no idea what it's going to mutate to.
Yeah.
This is not the end of Delta's not the end.
There's Lambda.
There's Lambda.
Lambda's
That's
in
the
Texas.
one
I
from
don't
Peru.
even like the word lambda.
Yeah.
That shit just sounds like a secret government operation.
They should name the Q one QAnon.
I agree. Maybe that would make people turn against it. Like, oh, I got that QAnon. I'm kind of over it now.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So
like if you're a QAnon supporter and all of a sudden it bites you.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I was trying to think of like parallels like in history. Like if you dodge the draft,
yep,
and that's morally been debated whether the draft dodgers should have gone to jail or arrested, and I'm not saying whatever. If you're dodging the vaccine at this point, there has to be some sort of like either societal punishment because they're causing Americans to die.
Yeah.
They're causing businesses that are going to be forced to have limited capacity.
Yep.
Travel is going to be down. You're ruining the economy.
Yeah.
So I think like similar to when the NBA shut down, it was a pivotal moment in COVID. I think we're underplaying how big the NFL doing this is for our country. Because NFL is our country, right? And so when you think about what they're saying is, if you're unvaccinated and you get it and you cause the game to be canceled, your contract could become unguaranteed.
Right.
That's fucking...
So that's what they're doing. They're saying unvaccinated players have this sort of threat.
Yes. And if your team... Like, I think they said nearly 100% of coaching staffs in the NFL are vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really just the players that are still left that have not got vaccinated. And I think Cole Beasley is one of the receivers.
He's an anti-vaxxer.
Anti-vaxxer. And him and Mark Cuban got into it about, he was saying, I would only do it if Pfizer was paying me money or something like that. So Mark Cuban said, I'll buy you a share of Pfizer. They pay a 3.5% dividends. Go get the fucking vaccine.
Yeah, that's good.
And I think the other, I don't know if it's going to work. You had Hannity come out and say, go get the vaccine. Ben Shapiro, go get the vaccine.
Mitch McConnell.
But Tucker.
And
How are Tucker and Hannity on the same damn network crossing each other in the hallways saying two opposite fucking
because it's
things?
good for ratings.
Tucker knows.
Ugh, that should be illegal. I don't know how you would make that illegal.
What do you think? So to get Hannity and Ben Shapiro to go pro-vaccine, we know Tucker's not there yet. Was there a call made?
Yes. Because I guarantee you, at home, they're pro-vaccine.
Of course, they're both vaccinated.
Yeah, of course.
Donald Trump was the first in line to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
I think there was a phone call made.
But why wasn't it made to Tucker?
He's because it's also good to have one person. Another phone call was made for Tucker saying, you keep playing your game.
Yeah, because he had Alex Brenson on, I think yesterday or the day before. Masks are stupid. Vaccinations are stupid. Everything's stupid. I was like, what data are you reading?
It's just, that should literally be illegal. Like, that is costing lives.
Did you guys...
messaging. And like, it's one thing if you actually believe it, but he's for sure vaccinated and killing people.
Yeah. He got confronted if he was vaccinated, and he made, this is his quote. He's like, that's like asking when I'm at home with my wife what sex position I like. Like, he was just trying to be funny and dodging it because he didn't want to say he was vaccinated.
Yeah, because it's not good for ratings. Shit, man. That's so bad. That's so terrible.
And did you guys read that article it went viral yesterday, of the doctor in Alabama?
Yeah.
And as a young doctor who is dealing with a tremendous amount of unvaccinated patients that are hospitalized.
Yeah, I saw
and the guilt of those people when she asked them, like, why aren't you vaccinated? And they're like, oh, because my cousin, Facebook, the news.
Yeah.
And they really didn't have a real answer. They just didn't get it.
Yeah.
And now they're like, can I get it? And she's like, it's too late now. And so many people are getting intubated again.
It's literally like right before they're getting intubated, they're asking for the vaccine.
Yeah.
But Tucker told me.
Yeah.
Tucker told me no.
Yeah.
It should be, it's just like, I don't know, man. It feels like
So here's what's happening in the rest of the world. We saw what France is trying to do. France is trying to enforce that you will not be allowed to go to any public gatherings.
Love it.
So restaurants.
If you're not vaccinated.
I think if France is doing it,
Saudi Arabia is way more aggressive.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia said if you're unvaccinated, you can't go in public. I agree with the kingdom. Finally,
yeah.
I don't agree with the kingdom on many things.
Look, I'll say in times of crisis, dictatorships tend to be effective.
We need a good 5
for
years.
good or for bad. Yeah, yeah, man. I just like, I'm so down for the fucking bracelet or give me a necklace, give me a QR code, give me something that just says I'm vaccinated, and I know everyone else in my local Ralph's or concert or whatever is also vaccinated.
Yeah. Because it's similar. I mean, it's no different than what the cities and state did to us last year. They brute force shut everything down.
Yeah.
Well, this is the reaction to that.
So now the brute force should be like all private businesses mandate vaccinations or you can operate.
Yeah,
otherwise, this thing's going to mutate and everything's going to get fully shut down. So if you're a private business, you should actually be promoting this, even if you're going to hit the short-term hit. But if you get enough people to do it, people will get vaccinated.
Yeah.
If you can't go to Ralph's, you'll go get a fucking vaccine.
I just think to a certain degree,
you'll go to John's.
Or whatever. All of them. All private businesses.
John's, no vaccine. Ralph's, you need vaccinated. And if you want to go,
we should have state-mandated any business. If it's in public, you need a vaccine to enter. If not, you're shut down as a business. And there should be health officials walking around and making sure people are showing their vaccines.
Yeah. So I agree with you, but I do think if that happened, there would be
chaos.
Absolute chaos.
Great.
Like I think 10x last year, Black Lives Matter protests, looting, rioting.
And I think 10x.
I'm with you, man. Listen.
I'm telling you, this is like the beginning of the variants, not the end.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Look, I'm with you. And if you want to run on that, I'll vote for you. I just, I don't know.
You're going to need heavy security.
I've never seen or heard of, I've heard of conspiracy theories and people being worried and a bunch of, weird shit during the Cold War and just weird stuff. I've never seen it, or I've never even heard of a time where something is objectively good, but we're catering to the conspiracy theorists. And we're putting everyone else at risk because what? Because they're going to be pissed off?
Nobody has the balls to do it.
No, but they should. Because isn't it the same how the right used to say a year ago, if you're afraid of getting COVID, you're at risk. You should stay at home. If you're really scared, just stay at home. Let us go out.
Yeah.
It's the opposite now.
Yeah.
We got the vaccine. We get to go out. You sit your ass home.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
The problem is, politically, there's no politician willing to say that.
Newsom should do it. He's done way worse.
It'll screw up his recall. It will.
I don't think so. Yeah. I think he would actually win because he would win people over like me.
But don't you think, look, this is don't make this a TikTok clip, but don't you think that this is the negative of a democratic free society? It's not structured to be able to be so heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't, who's going to do it? And
no one's going to do it.
Then naturally, Tucker's going to do this, and then a politician's going to see.
But we were heavy-handed last year. California was the strictest of lockdowns.
And look what happened. The guy's getting recalled. That's why he's not going to do it. Think about it, even from a business standpoint. What business is going to step up and do that?
That's why the state needs to mandate it.
But here's what I'm saying.
Blind Barber's doing it. The bar in Culver City. You can't walk in unless you're vaccinated.
But how do you prove that? We don't even have fucking proof cards.
No, you show your vaccine card, similar to when you walk in.
But that's not, we know that's bullshit. Everyone has fake ones now.
Yeah, but it'll get people, it should be the vaccine passport.
You gotta draw blood.
The difference
you want to come in my restaurant, you draw blood.
Give me a tattoo.
Yeah.
I'll take another.
I'm just loading them up anyway.
I'll take a QR code on my phone.
Yeah, no, just give me a little dot.
Yeah.
Just a little insignia on your ankle.
I have friends who are even faking the QR code in your phone. Because you know how you get that.
Why won't they get vaccinated? What's wrong with them?
Say their names.
I don't remember.
Anand, I think the big difference is there's a difference between saying everything's closed, sorry, stay home, and people take it an extra level when it's
you're telling
my body, my choice type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't want that in my body, and you're forcing me to get that, which you're not. You're just saying that if you choose not to, you have to stay home, essentially. Yeah. But that's not how they're going to read it.
Right. And the thing is this is the one issue, vaccination. When I go on social media, it's all walks of life. It's not it's only evangelical.
I think there's a lot of people, coastal everythings, middle everything.
I think there's a lot of people generally.
I'm telling you, if we posted that clip that we just said on TikTok, we would get destroyed.
Absolutely. Yes.
It would probably get 1 million views.
I've seen videos of people saying the most mellow shit of you just need to get vaccinated, whatever, and every comment is you're a fucking guinea pig, you're a bitch, it's not FDA approved, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Good try, you government shill.
Yeah.
Government show's good.
I'm telling you, man, post this on TikTok. You'll be one.
Good. Just put Anand's picture on that one.
Yeah. Literally, we should just clip Anand ranting about the vaccine. Just see what happens. Just kidding.
If you're up for it, on it, I'd love to.
What? And then, obviously it seems like we're on the beginning end of so it feels like every day it's more and more serious, especially in LA, like the cases, the people we know that are getting it, all this other stuff. We're not this is the beginning of a new surge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Right?
Yeah, no. And it's the beginning of new variants.
Empire Strikes Back.
COVID edition?
Yeah.
Delta Strikes Back. You know what's funny is I have to go this weekend to New York. So I'll see you guys in quarantine.
Wow.
But in New York,
What are you going to New York for?
we have a We're Not Really Strangers collaboration launch.
We're not really COVID.
We're not really immune. But they're saying in New York, as of today,
Yes.
no one's tripping.
Okay, because that variant has not hit New York yet.
Yeah.
You are going there.
I'll take it with me. I'll pack it in my carry-on.
This is probably so, for example, LA County said, don't go to Vegas, don't go to Florida, whatever. I'm sure people did take that into consideration and said, you know what? I'm not going. Young people know, but a family, 100%. Yes.
I would say it's a small minority of people that had canceled their Vegas trip.
I think if you're a family.
On your guys' trip?
No. On
In general.
next weekend.
Yeah.
So nationally, cases are up 39% from last week, right? And
We know a crew of doctors that went post that announcement. Not going to say the names. But
Yeah, I think it's so hard for a person that sat for a year and a half, finally felt free again, made their plans to back out on that. I think it's impossible. I think almost nobody has the self-control to do that.
I mean, we know another doctor friend that is going to New York this weekend.
Say their names.
yeah,
I'll
the
be- I
docs
might
are out
need-
and about.
I might need
They're
to
in
call.
the ER getting coughed on all day.
Yeah.
Whatever, go enjoy.
Yeah.
So in Florida, for example, there was 62,000 cases last week, which is half of their winter peak. This weekend, we have a little thing called Rolling Loud coming into town.
No.
Yes.
I forgot about
That's LA?
that.
No, Miami.
It's
Oh, okay,
Miami.
thank God.
110,000 of your favorite Delta, Lambda, Epsilons.
Oh
Just
my
mosh pitting.
God, you got to cancel it. You got to cancel it right now.
They can't do
there's
it in
no
Florida.
way.
You
think
got to
this-
back out.
DeSantis can't run in 2024 if he
Florida
cancels.
bail.
No, he has to double down.
Oh, yeah, he has to.
My only request.
He
I only have-
should say, Rolling Loud, I want you guys to kick it up to 200,000 people.
Is
I have
it-
one request. Can we call it the Rolling Loud variant? Because that I could get behind.
I mean, think about it like this. You have Rolling Loud this weekend, which is, I think, headlined by Travis Scott, Post Malone, and is it
And
A$AP
Delta.
Rocky?
Maybe
Maybe.
I forget. But all the big. I mean, the lineup was insane.
Every musician, these people are coming from all over the country. Their entourages, the managers, a lot of LA people who clearly have been exposed to it. Then you have 100,000+ people, probably mainly Floridians, but I'm sure people are driving from all over the country.
All over the country.
I know so many people going to Miami this weekend.
I think probably to the newer generation, Rolling Loud probably is way more relevant than Coachella.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Because it's all of the hot. We're naming the stars. It's every internet sensation.
Yes.
We need to do one of our photoshops for Instagram that has the headliner as the Delta variant.
Yeah.
And then
The Delta, Lambda, Epsilon.
featuring the 3 days.
Who are the young acts that I clearly won't know that all the kids are loving?
I
I'll
wouldn't
look at
be.
the poster right now and let you know.
A lot of littles.
It's TikTok.
There's a lot of littles.
Bobby Shmurda's doing his first performance back.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Rumor Kanye West is going to come out.
Donda. He's in Atlanta right now, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's it's just when it comes to the really new up and coming ones, I couldn't even name them off the top of my head. There's so many big TikTok, these new artists that have these huge people will really be excited to go see them, and that's who's filling all that space. I mean, that's a full lineup, man. I think to young people, I would imagine if you're a young person in this country, if you had to only go to one thing, I think it's probably Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Coachella or Lollapalooza or whatever.
And by the way, it's Travis Scott that's it. He's it.
Yeah, we're gonna see some interesting data.
Yeah.
That's at the Dolphin Stadium?
Yeah. No. Is it? I think it's in a field.
Jeez.
Oh, it's like Coachella type.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
DeSantis, double it.
Double it.
I think he has to go
You
$250,000.
gotta double it.
I mean,
This
think
is
about
Hard
it.
Rock Stadium.
It is at the
That's
stadium.
Dolphin
Okay.
Stadium.
Okay.
I say you just quarantine it off, and you go in. 200,000 can go, and you guys stay there for 2 weeks, and we'll just study you.
If you make it out, good for you. You get free tickets for next year.
Yeah, it's like Hunger Games after Rolling Loud.
We already know young people probably are like 50-50 on the vaccine, right?
I think that's probably fair. Yeah,
50-50 for young people. Florida, it's like amongst
100.
young people. So how many people of this 100,000 people are vaccinated? 25%?
No, I'd say half.
No, it can't mirror
All
the
that-
country.
I think
there's
all
no
that-
way.
I think
Given the age group, there's
yeah.
no
I mean,
way.
keep in mind we're just blatantly
And
guessing,
Florida.
but I'd say 30%.
Oh my God.
That's just my guess.
Yeah, because you're in a state where they don't even give a shit about the vaccine.
Yeah. So locals.
And then young people who compound that don't care about the vaccine.
Do you think Travis Scott is vaccinated?
No chance.
I think he is.
You
I think
think
Chris-
the Jenners made him?
Yeah, I think Chris is like making sure the family's taken care of.
Yeah.
You know, I think so. I think so. I think a decent amount of the acts. I would say 60% of the acts, 30% of the crowd.
60% of the act seems high too to me.
Might be, but I'm putting a lot of faith in that, like the labels and the people are saying like, hey, trust us here. We want to get you back on the road.
Yeah, you want your millions to
Jab it up.
vaccine.
And then, but that's just a complete guess. Maybe we're so wrong.
Well,
Either way,
You
who
know
knows?
what's crazy?
It could be 5%.
So, you know what's crazy about young people that aren't going to get vaccinated? You'll happily do all the dirtiest drugs.
Yeah, they're going to be doing cocaine off the porta potty.
No, they
today.
will not be doing cocaine because
Rolling
they'll be
Loud.
doing way worse drugs than cocaine.
What,
Yeah.
ketamine?
They'll just be snorting ketamine off the porta potty seat.
And because I will
And
not
they'll be like,
let
"I
the
will not
government
put that-
control me.
You think I'll put that vaccine in my body?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe we're being judgmental, but I think you're right. And I think that
So you're talking 70,000 at a minimum, because I think it's lower that are vaccinated who attend.
Yep.
70,000 unvaccinated people.
Just roaming around.
Because I also
doing
think young
drugs
people
and like spitting on each other.
yeah, because I think the whole narrative is like young people, don't get it bad anyway. And so I think a lot of people aren't doing, like I know multiple younger people that aren't getting the vaccine, not even because they're anti-vax, they just don't care. And it's like too much to deal with.
Like, I don't want to go to Walgreens.
Yeah, like who wants to go to Walgreens and maybe feel tired tomorrow?
In Florida, this article I'm reading says that in Florida, people ages 25 to 34, 26.75% are vaccinated.
Oh, wow.
So that means
right.
that if you're going to Rolling Loud, it's 15%.
You're right.
Because by the way, if you're vaccinated and you know what's happening, you're not going to Rolling Loud.
That's true.
Because you're like, fuck this. I'm not going to Rolling
I think we're
That's
at
a good point.
95.5
Yeah,
now.
we're at 95.5.
Yeah.
And then you got to throw in like just the general like violence
Yeah.
is at an all-time high.
I mean, how many people make it out of this thing?
This is Hunger Games.
Yeah.
You just listen to Travis Scott while you're
Because the thing about
fighting
the
and-
Delta variant, like, to be clear, it's 2.5 times as contagious as the original COVID.
Yeah, I'll tell you just from like eyeball statistics, that shit is contagious.
Yes.
Because I know so many, and not to mention, there's just everyone I know is sick.
Yes.
Even the people that have tested negative, everyone's sick.
Everyone's sick. That's
Yeah.
right.
All right, well, listen, everyone have a blast, and I can't wait to just check in on the gram.
I mean, I'm curious. I want to see like 10 days after Rolling Loud. I want some data.
You know, it's funny. Like, I bet you young people, like, legitimately feel going to Rolling Loud is like an American in the late 40s going to World War II to save the country.
Yeah.
Like, they believe
yeah.
they're doing their
The
patriotic.
attendees?
Yeah.
Yeah, the attendees.
Yeah.
I'm doing my patriotic right that we have freedom.
Yeah.
I remember when the
Give me the ketamine. I'm going in. Moneybag Yo's performing.
I remember when the poster came out like a few months ago. I remember telling my sister like, "Damn, I was already vaccinated. I was like, I really hope it's all cleared up because this is like gonna be like the event of a lifetime because everybody's coming back and like every biggest like
if you could choose Rolling Loud or Coachella,
Rolling Loud.
Not even a question.
At least this year, just the lineup that I saw. Yeah. Especially with like the Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah, because you've never been to Coachella. You don't understand what's going on.
But you could do Miami.
Take me.
But think about it. If you go to Miami, you can stay an hour out and have an affordable experience and just have your expensive piece be the ticket. Coachella, that's unimaginable.
Coachella, you have to sell your
you could book
startup
early
to
and
go.
stay at one of those
to
like
attend.
you could book early and stay at one of those like crappy little hotels.
Oh
right?
yeah. When USC was in the national title game my senior year, we stayed at a Holiday Inn, 4 to a room in Coral Gables.
Yeah.
Drove an hour and a half to the stadium.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck. I mean, good luck.
Yeah.
You know, Godspeed, and we'll see what happens.
And it mutates. The ketamine mutates.
Maybe the ketamine.
We're at K, right? We're already having Lambda.
Yeah.
Let's get a
Kappa.
ketamine variant.
Give me a Kappa.
Maybe that's the cure-all. You line your nose with ketamine and no virus can survive. Shit. Also not on TikTok. Okay, we got 2 things to talk about before we wrap it up. Number 1, in the vein of everything that we're talking about and all the bad advice in the world, why don't we just tune in to see what Eric Clapton has to say?
Where the fuck you been,
Maybe
bro?
he's got some good insight.
Yeah. Eric Clapton has, taken on as UK's predominant medical opinion.
Oh.
And has said he would cancel any shows if the venue requires attendees to prove they're vaccinated against COVID-19. Let me tell you, you need to do your first show in Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, you're fine. Full attendance. I'm going to be honest. Now I know how they feel when like the right complains about like Ariana Grande making like a statement about, you know what I'm saying? Like, like shut up, Eric.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You know what I mean? But I get this is probably how they feel.
Yeah,
So,
when LeBron says something, the right gets so mad.
because I hate to say it, but like shut up and guitar, right?
Yeah, shut up and string,
You know what I mean? Shut up and strum, bud. So anyway, whatever. Just throw that into the mix of bad advice.
Well, I mean, all this does is just give fuel to people that don't want to get vaccinated. Eric Clapton says you don't have to get vaccinated. Okay, well, some idiot is going to listen to Eric Clapton.
Oh, check this.
More than you think.
In 1976, so he's completely alt-right. And this is when immigration was like, I guess, in Birmingham, England, starting to happen, and people didn't like it. This is what he said in the concert. Do we have any foreign... I can't even say this straight.
No, he didn't. Do we have any foreigners in the crowd?
Do we have any foreigners in the audience tonight? If so, please put your hands up. So where are you? Well, wherever you are, I think you should all just leave.
Okay. All right. Well,
Tears in heaven.
And he said, not just leave the hall, leave our country. I don't want you here in the room or in my country. And then he keeps going on.
Birmingham has a lot of Indians.
okay, so at least he's been consistent.
Yeah.
This is what I don't get, though, is anti-vax is not right or left.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think...
Like, it's not actually right or left, meaning all the people on the right are vaccinated.
Yeah. Not all. Same
But I
way that
mean-
all the people on the left are not vaccinated.
No, what I'm saying is every prominent right Republican Congress man or woman, every right media personality, for the most part, when it comes to what you actually do, they're all vaccinated.
Yeah.
All the leaders.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, first one to get it.
But the right didn't talk about the vaccines
I know, but that's
until,
what's so
like
fucked
literally
up.
yesterday.
But that's what's so stupid. It's like you literally, it's kind of like how we joked a long time ago about like Lady G and stuff, right? And we're like, the people who are always the most outspoken against something are always the one doing it in the closet, right?
Yeah.
But this thing is like, you literally every one of you, every right-wing leader is vaccinated
Of course.
for the most part.
Yeah.
But somehow it's being adopted as like a right-wing follower thing.
Maybe.
It's stupid. And also there's a lot of left people who are anti-vax.
Yes.
But it's somehow being like kind of loosely adopted as a political thing.
I think the real issue, and I think Joe Biden came out in a statement, and the White House came out in a statement yesterday about like misinformation. I literally think they should just ban anyone talking about fucking vaccines on Facebook. You just can't even mention the word. You can't type it. When you try to type vaccine,
I know, but you already there. Here comes the riots.
Yeah.
Anything you do is wrong.
Yeah.
If you don't talk about it, you don't get the support because there are celebrities that should be saying that they're vaccinated that aren't on it.
Yep.
So they should be more outspoken. There's other people who shouldn't be outspoken. You can't. There's no way to win.
I don't got a phone call to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
You what?
Like a random number, 323 number called.
Oh.
Why'd you pick it up?
Good question.
That's weird.
Who does that?
Yeah.
You're too rich for that now.
Yeah.
Old you could have done that.
It was actually to Amanda's phone and she was doing something. She just said, pick it up.
Huh.
I said, sure.
Okay.
So I picked it up and they said, we're from this COVID outreach project. Wanted to know if you're vaccinated. And I said, yes, I'm vaccinated. Is everyone in your family vaccinated? I said, yes. Is there anyone you know that we can get an appointment to?
Wow.
And they're like getting pretty aggressive.
You just had too many questions.
Yeah.
You spies.
Yeah.
My
What are you,
body,
Russian?
Shill?
My choice.
Yeah.
Who's the shill here?
But she was very nice and
Hillary
pleasant,
Clinton.
but was very persistent. Like, okay, you're vaccinated, your wife's vaccinated.
Yeah.
Who else can I get
Give
vaccinated?
me 2 phone numbers of people that are not
I should have
vaccinated.
given some numbers.
But give something up. Like, what do we get?
Yeah.
Give me a benefit. I'll give you a list of 10 names right now. And their phone numbers and their addresses. Go bother them.
The new stimmy should be to get
Give me a
everyone.
tax break or something.
The new stimmy should be like, you show up, you get vaccinated, here's $500.
Yeah.
You'll get everyone vaccinated.
Yeah, that'd be great. Why not?
We give
It's cheaper.
stimmies for much, like,
Well, here's the question. What's more expensive? That
or shutting down.
Yeah.
Well, we're not shutting anything down. What we're really going to do is just clog the hospitals.
Well,
I don't think so. I think it's the opposite, to be honest. I think we're actually going to overreact and shut down, even though the hospitals aren't clogged.
And you're
I think
going to
people are
just see
scared.
less travel. Like, how many fewer people are going to go to Vegas in their August trip that was booked? And they're just like,
Yep. People are just PTSD'd. Even though this thing, if you're vaccinated, this appears to be a cold or a flu. The PTSD of getting COVID is still too scary.
Well, speaking of that, last episode I was talking about the Delta discount that's happening this week in travel. And a friend of mine, I won't say his name, messaged me. I posted on my Instagram. He's been looking at Rosewood Miramar, and it's $2,800 a night, 3-night minimum. He heard the podcast 2 days ago, and he was like, I'm going to go check again. He checks, it's $1,800, no minimum.
Yeah.
Shit
that's
change
a
in a
big
week.
difference. And so that affects the economy. That's my point.
Well,
We should be stimming for the
No,
vaccine.
Rosewood's too expensive.
No, but
It's got to come down. It's ridiculous.
You know what? There are
$1,800.
Look, some people are going to win in this whole thing, right? Something.
I bet you the Rosewood, there's a decent number of unvaxxed.
Roman there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went there once. I saw the crowd.
Yeah.
seemed a little
Fine
unvaccinated.
There's
people.
an unvaxxed, fine people.
Five people on both
unvaxxed.
sides of the pool.
But that's what I'm saying. At least give me the option of being on the side of the pool with the vax people.
Yeah.
Just give me that option.
Yeah.
They can be in that pool. Or like the same way you go to a nice hotel and there's a kid pool and there's an adult pool.
Vaccinated pool, unvaccinated pool.
Yeah.
Imagine just dipping your toe in that unvaccinated pool. Ugh.
Just give me the option. That's all I want. Okay. We got to talk about Donda.
Donda.
So Donda, I got to say, like, this story might not come off right,
Wow.
but it's a real big moment for someone I know. We've seen a lot of these rises to stardom.
Mm-hmm.
There is a young artist who goes by the name of Vori,
Oh, yeah.
and I've been good friends with him for a long time.
I remember him.
And I would always, up until probably about a year ago, I would, on my way home, he lived at 1600 Vine, I would bring him home boxes of Young and Reckless clothes because he would always ask me for them. Great guy from Kentucky, came up with Bryson Tiller. Really great guy. Has made his way through the industry, songwriting, all that stuff. The song, that's the Beats by Dre song with Shikari and Kanye, the first voice is Vori.
He's singing it.
He's singing it.
Wow.
And then when I saw the video footage of Kanye going to the Big 3 basketball game, he's walking with Vori.
Wow.
So this kid that was living at 1600 Vine fucking a year ago, he signed to Meek Mill in the interim, but he's obviously featured on this new Kanye album.
Wow.
So props to Vori.
That's big.
Good
Yeah, I
for
remember.
Vori.
I remember hearing his
He
name.
came, you guys we sat and had a meeting together.
Yeah. I
In
remember.
my office.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Wow.
but this, so
Is
all
he
of
still
us,
returning your calls?
I'm going to try tonight.
Yeah.
So.
What up, Donda?
Yeah. We'll see. I was like,
Donda, stop.
some things might change.
A lot of great guys before they were stars.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how Vori is doing. But out of nowhere, there's a Kanye album. It looks like dropping tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
He had a listening party in Vegas.
Yeah.
Where apparently he did a little crying on stage and said that living with Kim was like a prison.
Yeah.
Good stuff, juicy stuff, love it. But tonight in Atlanta, he has his big...
I think that's in the stadium too, right?
It's the Falcon Stadium, which is in a dome.
Yeah, Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
And that's the official release. And I will say this, Jason, I know you'll feel me on this one. I just want to give a little bit of young people news. One of the biggest streamers, we talked about him a week ago, on Twitch is a guy by the name of Aiden Ross.
Yes.
And he just switched streams and does almost like these like live podcast type things, and artists will come in and whatever. And he posted that Kanye and the team reached out and invited him personally to come. So they're very smart in
getting the young.
Yeah, like this guy is very much like a tastemaker when it comes to music and rap. And so I saw that they're flying him there. But I mean, high expectations.
I mean, I think it's a great move to do it in Atlanta.
Yep.
Like, don't do it in LA. Go where, the kids are. Atlanta for rap.
Why aren't the kids in LA?
I mean, Atlanta for rap right now
Okay,
is like the king, right?
Yeah,
like, that's where all the music is culturally.
Got it.
So I think it's the right move. Go there. I think especially because my friend who went to listening party said a lot of, God talk.
Yep. It was in a church, the one in Vegas.
Yeah. And so.
But not gospel.
No.
Like God talk, but not gospel.
Correct.
Because the last two albums were, for me, not it.
Not it. Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we have like a little bit of like old Kanye again.
He's committed to the ski mask, I noticed.
Oh, I mean, there's a variant. That's his way of
You might
being
have an
fashionable.
N95 under there.
That's his way of being fashionable and being safe. That's why I think he's doing the ski mask. He's
So
like,
everyone's gonna be wearing ski masks.
Well, yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
No, I mean fashion wise, not COVID.
I haven't seen a lot, but I guess I'm
I
also
mean, he
not
just
out in the
started
streets.
it.
Let's see what happens at Rolling Loud.
I know a lot of friends who take pictures with ski masks just like for fun. It's
kinda scary.
Clout.
Yeah,
I guess you're
One of the
Colored
Rolling
ones.
Loud
Like
founders
bright
rolled up to Poppy in a ski mask.
Oh, wow.
They did?
Yeah.
Ski masks are in.
Then ski masks are hot.
All right. Well, I mean, I bet after
So Rolling Loud's just going to be 110,000. Maybe be safer.
ski masks,
And by the way, Miami in July is always a little bummy.
little balmy in a ski mask, but fashion over function, dude.
And what's interesting about the Kanye rollout is he posted a picture with all these chains with his kid's name on it. And the last picture, like he's a young fella, posted an outfit grid. Just posted a casual outfit grid. And ironically, I didn't really see any of his stuff on there. It was a Bottega Veneta jacket, Saint Laurent pair of jeans, all his jewelry. You have arguably one of the hottest brands in the world with Yeezy. Why not? And you have the Gap collab. You have your Adidas shit. Why are you posting other brands? That was a very odd moment.
Yeah, good question. I would imagine trying to do logistics over at the Yeezy camp would be a bit of a nightmare. Like, hey,
Can you
Kanye,
slip in these slides?
you have this $500 million Gap deal.
Can you throw in a hoodie?
Here's what I'm the most curious about, though, is, Kanye will always be Kanye as far as like celebrity power.
Yeah.
But his music hasn't really been hitting with like, pop culture for the last couple of years.
No.
And I'm just curious, like, the hype to this one feels like, okay, this could be it. This could be like everyone's talking about Kanye for the next at least couple of weeks, which is a long time in today's day and age. I just am so curious if it hits.
I don't know. I have no idea what the sound is or what the music is. It's going to come down to if there's actually great songs on there, then it'll win. And if it's not, like when I look at the charts today, especially on Spotify, it is not rap.
No.
It's Olivia Rodrigo.
That's it.
And Olivia Rodrigo. And
Drake
Olivia
song.
Rodrigo.
Drake song, What's Next, or whatever it's called.
A couple Drake songs sneak in there.
Yeah.
There's like the Bruno Mars song.
My boy Kid Leroy, don't sleep. He debuted at number 3.
Kid Leroy.
Kid Leroy with Bieber. A couple Bieber records. But it's a very pop music moment.
Yeah.
And all the big rap, only this Pop Smoke album where I actually saw all the songs from the album on the Spotify 100.
But even though that's a great album, that changed pretty quickly.
Yes. After like 4 days.
It didn't stick there very long.
Yeah. And so his music just has to be phenomenal. Look, we know Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everyone's going to be listening to it. It's a week from now.
Yeah. That's the question.
Because all of his other albums, unfortunately, just haven't connected.
When we do next week's episode at this time, I'm curious if we're still listening to it.
We should look at the Sunday's episode. Give everyone a full week.
Okay.
That's right, because we already know what D's going to be saying on Sunday. Greatest album ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
The question is
memorialized.
the following Sunday.
The following Sunday, Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
Following Sunday's
Get
Olivia
your backs
Rodrigo.
away from me. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. But I feel like there's a lot of, I wouldn't say pressure because he's fine, but I'm just, I
think it
do
would
know that where he stands on the music charts matters a lot to him.
100%.
And so in that sense, a lot of pressure.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Okay. Who is your biggest winner of the week, D?
My biggest winner of the week is actually a Kathy, who was nice enough to send us all the Bucks gear. Dustin Godsey, he is the CMO of the Bucks. He went out there 9 years ago.
Nice.
Right before Giannis got there, took that job. Probably wasn't the most desired job at the time because it was Milwaukee and the Bucks. And stuck there. And from what I hear about the stadium and what's around it, it's like this incredible entertainment center. And you win. Like, I'm sure I follow him on Instagram. It was like a really cool journey, the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
And then at the end.
He's like a little Giannis.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You took a risk.
He took a risk.
And I wonder what happens when he goes to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. But it was great. I mean, and he's a, supporter of the podcast. And I've
They
got
haven't won in 50 years.
What?
They haven't won in 50 years. Yeah, I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
He's got to just feel good in that office.
Yeah.
In that organization.
Yeah, it's got to feel really good. And especially when you're in a team like Milwaukee, where like probably, was laughed at for mainly 50 years. And then you come and rip a title.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think it's a big deal. And you beat like all the super teams on the way.
What do they do now? Like, so Giannis is locked in, right?
Yep.
Do they bring a couple killers?
Most of their teams locked in with contracts, like longer term contracts. But yeah, they'll make some moves because, I mean, Brooklyn's lurking over there with Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving.
That's insane.
Let's be clear. If those three stayed healthy, no one had a shot. But they may not stay healthy.
Yeah.
Who knows?
The Kings making some moves.
But even Giannis what did he do? He messed up his knee or something? Ankle?
Seemed fine.
Yeah.
His knee.
He was doing those old slam dunkers pretty good.
Look at that layup. A couple of those layups look pretty fine to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Anand, who's your winner?
So before I get to my winner, there's some breaking news. DeAndre Hopkins, who's arguably the best NFL receiver, period, said he's contemplating retirement because he doesn't want to get the vaccine and doesn't want to get punished for it.
All right.
Oh my
See you later.
fucking God.
He tweeted it.
Retire.
And then here's the flaw.
Where does he play? In Arizona, right?
Cardinals. Here's the flaw for an athlete, a professional athlete, to say this. Do you know they're poked and prodded with every physical, every doctor examining them, like banging on their knees, like, oh, does this work? Does that work? And the questions they get asked. We know plenty of people who've gone through the combine, which is what you do before you get to the NFL, before the draft. And they say it's like literally like a prostate exam, the way they like ask every question. What happened the night of November 7th?
Yeah. Spread them.
By the way, you're playing football. You've been pummeled.
But I'm telling you, this is the crazy thing. Some of those type of doctors are anti-vax.
Wow.
Some of those like super like, stem cell-y whatever doctors are actually anti-vax. Like I've heard from people who have consulted with multiple doctors who are very like, revolutionary medicine, told them not to do that because it's somehow oddly like out of their, out of what they believe. So I'm just saying that might happen too. Like the stem cell doctor that's injecting your spinal cord every week might be like, listen, don't mess with that.
And this is how bad the public messaging is. So he tweets that, and I think he already deleted it, but the tweet's already gone viral, so it's there. Everyone can see it.
Gone viral.
Jalen Ramsey, who's another NFL star, tweets, I know 2 people who have gotten the vaccine and tested COVID positive. I have no issues if any of my teammates don't want the vaccine.
Well, guess what?
Dude, you don't get the point.
I heard 2 girls in my elevator yesterday talking when I got in the elevator, and they're like, yeah, like I know, like Sarah was vaccinated and she got it.
Yeah, you can get it. You're not
But
going to die.
by the way, so
that's
so
the news.
DeAndre Hopkins responded to Jalen Ramsey My girlfriend brother in the military got the vaccine and had heart problems right after. When you stand for something, they hate you.
Correlation versus causation, DeAndre.
Yeah, and look, I will say, like, I do think that's some of those things are happening very few and far between. Like, people are having weird, like...
Do you know how many people on Earth are vaccinated?
But you know what's way worse? People are having side effects to it? Having COVID.
Yes. Yeah. So
you know
our
like
friend...
We're kind of faced with a little bit of a... It's like you're going to war. Do you want to wear a bulletproof vest or not? It's not guaranteed going to save your life, but it might help.
Our friend Hari, who's the thoracic surgeon in Irvine, he posted on his Instagram, one of his colleagues had posted a COVID-infected vaccinated lung versus a COVID-infected unvaccinated lung.
Yeah.
I'm a medical expert, but that unvaccinated lung did not look good.
Yeah, man. That's the thing that no one, it's just so strange.
Everyone's worried about the long-term effects of the vaccine, but not too worried about the long-term effects of COVID.
Like, how about the painkillers you take, DeAndre, to play every Sunday?
Yeah, clip it. TikTok it.
Do you
listen, I agree, man. I agree. I think it's crazy. And I think that the main thing is this whole COVID experience has taught me a lot about just how people are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We get scared to death of everything. We love a good conspiracy. We love to feel like someone's getting over on us, but no. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Anywho, what was your winner of that?
I mean,
my winner is Tim.
This Tim?
This Tim, Resident Tim.
Wow.
What do you do?
He's not going to like why he's the winner because right before you guys came in,
Oh, no.
he told me in his conversations with his left and woke people, he finds himself defending Jeff Bezos.
Hey!
Congratulations, Tim.
Penis Astro Man.
Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome to our side.
I see the other side now. I can't say I completely agree with it, but I have counterpoints.
No, as long as you can see it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
As long as you can engage in a discussion as opposed to being an echo chamber.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to do.
That's all we ask.
Yeah. I'm not turning into a capitalist. I'm just seeing that side more thoroughly.
But you manage your friends.
Yes.
You're a capitalist. No way around it.
I had a friend post a story that was like, this is terrible for climate change. And like, I just felt inclined to send them an article of like Jeff Bezos' climate change mission.
Oh, what, the rocket?
Yeah. So
that's the dumbest shit in the world. Okay. My winner is homes and the general real estate market. In June, the median home price reached an all-time high.
I think it's up like 25% from last year. That's insane.
Yeah. Staggering.
So
that's why Blackstone's buying all these homes.
Buying them up. They're not dumb. So
you know who's going to have a home on the market soon? DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
Because he won't be in the NFL.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, shit's popping off in the real estate world.
Yeah, it is wild.
Okay. Who's your loser, D?
I'm going with unvaccinated people. I think.
Yeah. This is a good. Once again, no vax clips on TikTok, but we're really showing where we stand here.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen so many people post pretty horrific hospital stories of like friends or acquaintances who are not vaccinated, that are in the hospital now, that are dealing with it. And they obviously now are, now it's in like fucking God's hands if they pull through or not. And you didn't have to go through that.
No.
You didn't have to go through that. Like, and the thing is we've been giving vaccines now for, 7 months, 8 months. December was when healthcare workers got it. So even if you wanted to wait, you got to wait 3, 4, 5 months to make a decision. Yeah. And so at this point, like the world is going to change so quickly on this vaccine thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, like France did what France did, Saudi Arabia, whatever. They're an outlier, so people aren't going to compare their countries. But France doing it, the UK Prime Minister is out there.
They said as in September.
That you can't go into public places. Yeah. So
that'll happen here.
You're going to be left out of society if you do not get vaccinated. They will literally leave you behind.
I think a lot of the people that said that I'm just going to wait and see, like committed to the position.
Yeah.
I think if you've waited 7 months, a lot of those people are like, oh, I don't.
So, I mean, I'll give you, luckily she doesn't listen.
Yeah.
But my wife waited.
Yeah.
And she was, breastfeeding, and she's like, I want to wait. I want to get more data.
Yeah.
And then once we went to the doctor, and she asked the doctor, what do you think about this? And she goes, it's absolutely fine. We haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
And then in April, she went and got it.
Yeah.
And it was, it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I just think that a lot of people are like, I went this long.
If you really want to wait and see, you have to wait 50 years. What's the effect 50 years from now?
Yeah. And look, I'll tell you what I'm betting on. Another fix.
Yeah.
Everyone has a weird, but I'm saying 50 years from now, everyone has a weird vaccine thing.
Yeah.
Someone will solve that.
Yeah.
I'll go line up at CVS.
Yeah, whatever.
Fix my bug.
Yeah.
All right. What are we on? Loser?
My loser.
Your loser.
My loser are critics of Jeff Bezos' space mission.
Yeah. And you might as well throw Richard Branson in there.
Why? Because you
Same
intend...
thing. No, I'm just saying.
Critics of either of them.
Yeah, there was a lot of criticism of these billionaires, if this is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like going to space, there's so much trouble that we need to solve. It's bad for the environment.
Yeah.
Rich people.
Because if Jeff Bezos, if you had that view, clearly explained after he landed why he's doing this.
Yeah.
For all the reasons of climate change and making the Earth a better place, because there's going to be a point where we're going to need things in space and we're going to need things on Earth.
Yep.
And if we can solve that, the Earth's going to be a much better place that we can actually save for, hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yeah.
He made it very clear, and the people that are criticizing it don't actually want to do the work and read why he did it. They just want to be like Bezos, 100 billion, spaceship, homeless people in front of my house.
Yeah.
Fuck Jeff Bezos.
Don't like it. Rich guy.
Yeah.
Take him down. I mean, I would say every good thing that we have today started in some way as like a weird bet.
Yeah.
A weird gamble.
Yeah.
We talked about in the last episode, I know you weren't here, but how the shipping industry in the 1400s, half the ships would disappear. They get caught in shipwreck or whatever. What if we stopped shipping in the 1400s? There'd be no global trade. Or
even more so, you're talking about stopping it for a decent reason, which is it's very dangerous. What if you were just like, no, how much does that ship cost?
Yeah.
that Ferdinand Magellan.
Yeah. Why the fuck is why is that motherfucker circumnavigating the world?
Yeah.
For what?
For what? There's people right outside my house that need food.
Yeah.
This is short-sighted.
Yeah.
And it's privately funded. That's the best part. All these people complaining.
Yeah.
Like, do you want me to tell you if you earn $100,000 a year, how do you spend that?
Motherfucker.
He doesn't earn 100,000.
No. The critics are. No, I'm saying the woke person who makes $50,000 a year.
Yeah.
Not happy with where they are in their life. I get to tell you how you spend your $50,000 if you're going to criticize Jeff Bezos.
Well, sure.
Why?
Same
reason. It's his money.
The other thing, this is the other big complaint, and we can't get into a debate here because we got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
But we can have a couple back.
I just felt like I needed to, after Anand, hit me with that winner of the week.
But
he's trying to prove that he's still woke.
Yeah, he's still sticking up for his friends.
Yeah.
He's like, look, guys, this week I promise I'll tell him. But no, this is my one, I have a lot. But one of my big critiques about that mentality is globally, making $50,000 a year and living in America, you are Jeff Bezos to some people.
Yes.
So that's the site is only on, it's not on humans, it's on like America and your instant backyard.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get. It's like there are people that, like someone making $50,000 a year in America, they're wasting on like a Netflix subscription.
Correct.
So you're saying that because there's like 1.2 billion people in the world who are living in abject poverty.
Yep.
So because of that, we shouldn't be criticizing people who make so absurdly large amounts of money that they could never spend
Give up your Netflix
in
and
100
donate it.
lifetimes.
Why do you need Netflix?
This is what I would respect.
Because
I would honestly.
Some people make a decent living wage.
No, but listen, I would honestly respect someone who their finances were bulletproof in the way that they spend, donated, gave up their time, all this stuff, and then they critiqued and said everyone should live like me. Most of those people, vastly most, don't actually do that. They just only see, but in relation to me, you're really rich, as opposed to who they're really rich.
That's sort of like saying to somebody, you can't support the government supporting renewable energy and fighting the climate crisis unless you yourself stop using paper towels, or only ride your bike to work. It's like, sure, you can make these day-to-day changes, but That's not what's going to make a difference is one person taking some stand on their soapbox. What's going to make a difference is raising your voice and creating a political change that incentivizes us to, ride our bikes.
That's what's funny is I honestly think you guys are wrong in that way of thinking. And I'm not saying stop, but I'm saying I think that actually what does make the difference is if a bunch of people actually change their behavior and stopped buying something, the other people would be forced to change. But if those people kept consuming what they're consuming, and at the end of the day, money talks, and they kept saying, but this needs to change, there's no incentive to actually change it.
But we do. I mean, like that happens all the time where like there's some supporting a local business. There's like a business in Providence, Rhode Island called Impact Everything, where every shirt you buy is like they plant 10 trees and they give shirts to people living in poverty and things like that. And you can support them. And there's like a huge movement in Rhode Island to support them, right? But the shirts cost $70 each. So at the end of the day, they're not going to sell as many shirts as somebody who's getting shirts really cheaply made in China, Like these shirts that they're making are creating from sustainable materials and they're creating it in-house and everything is, local and sustainable.
How many of them do you own?
I own 2 personally, and I bought one for my brother, but I'm not made of money. That's the thing is like, I can't make these changes personally because we can't compete with capitalism.
Yeah.
We need the government to intervene because capitalism is a machine that thrives on using like expendable people and expendable resources. And
well, I think from you personal, that's not going to change in this country, right? You have to leave the country. Because you can't even tell people to get vaccinated. You think you're going to let the government intervene in business? That's never going to happen in this country. What you're better off doing is you should make the choice. I'm going to go get filthy rich and I will go do whatever I want with my money and help people. That is more likelihood than the government interfering in fucking business. You have a higher likelihood of creating enough wealth for yourself where you can go back to Providence, Rhode Island and make a difference in your community.
I think the people who want to make a difference in their community typically choose professions that are maybe more noble and less lucrative, like people who become school teachers because they want to make a difference and help educate the youth. And they make like trash money,
That's
versus
why I think
somebody who wants to just gamify the system and make as much money as they can. That person is probably not as driven by their morals and more driven by.
I'm just saying for you personally, because what you want to change ain't happening in this country. You see the writings on the wall here. We're going more the other way than we are going this way, right? Like
Doge to the moon.
Yeah, I mean, like we're greedier than ever as a country. Everyone's greedy. Everyone's just talking about money all day.
Oh yeah, everyone's selfish for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So for you, so that you have peace of mind, and I do this in my personal life. I want to help people. I just do it. I'm not expecting you to help anyone. I help people because it's important to me. And I can live with myself with that. And I'm good. We know in today's society, you can't tell anyone to do fucking anything.
It's just interesting. I just fundamentally, like the way that I think about it is so different than I think the same way you see like all these different, let's say Coca-Cola company investing in and trying to figure out at least healthier appearing options, right? Like sugar-free, all that stuff is a hot topic. That's because they see that the consumers are demanding, because they're getting more educated. People are starting to demand more healthy options or more organic options or whatever. And that's forcing them to make a change, as opposed to people continuing to just chug Mountain Dew while they say you guys need to change.
Well, I think it becomes a marketing thing where they say, how can we create a loophole? This is called 0 calorie, but it's actually,
That's so funny. I feel like it's
only 500 calories.
I feel like it's such a negative outlook on, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that all these people are like evil and bad.
I don't think they're evil and bad. I think they're just greedy. And I think that greed is...
No, he's talking about...
what corrupts people's ability
I
to
think
make
they're
decisions.
competitive, and I think competition is what's fueled humanity.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's like the capitalist competition works at the expense of human lives and the world around us, like nature.
But don't you think if you kill that competition, you have a way different problem?
Yeah, you have no innovation. We're not pushing humanity forward.
See, this is where I start to play the devil's advocate with my friends.
Yeah, there'd be no Amazon.
I do look at things like
that's what you
our
hit,
competition
to me,
with China and scary world powers that could create a
like from your perspective, and you're aware of this now, that if we as a country if our best and brightest are not pushing the envelope forward, we will then succumb to the powers of the rest of the world, where China is not playing by those rules. You're not allowed to be woke in China. You're not even allowed to have a fucking opinion. And then what happens is we become a pawn in their world game of chess, which is not what Americans want. So we have to our one thing is we are innovative as a country. We've always been innovative as a country. So if we stifle that, you actually risk something far greater than just income inequality in America, right? Like you risk losing.
But I think you're also, I mean, there's this conversation can go on for hours, but I think you're also risking things like you're risking losing all of Florida in the next 100 years. You're risking losing, there's so many things China being put at risk. China and I feel like our dick measuring competition with China is not at the top of my list of priorities.
But it's not a dick measuring. These guys want to take over the world.
I think it's a human nature issue. Yeah. It's just, this is how we are.
China would sacrifice Florida if they knew they would take over Africa. That's the game they're playing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I think we have to fight that.
That's why I'm a socialist. I believe in a big global government that could keep them in control.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh my God.
You
now we just went off the rails.
God. This guy wants to see
I'm going to tell you something. I want you to
UN.
go spend time in mainland China.
Let's
and then you will
crypto,
kiss the ground.
Let's get some global governance.
You kiss the ground you walk on when you fly into LAX. Literally kiss the ground you walk on.
Okay, well, good chat. I mean, that's good. Okay. That's a good little sidebar.
Good check-in.
Yeah.
The pan-capitalist.
Okay. Where are the
more
fuck
next
are we?
week?
Content. And then we're wrapping up.
Content. All right, D, what's your content?
Kanye album.
Yeah, mine too.
And Ted Lasso too.
All right. Well,
that's out?
Comes out today.
Oh, wow. Ted Lasso is actually fantastic.
Ted Lasso season 2?
Yeah.
Oh, so all the Ted Lasso hype and everything is one season?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I need to catch up.
Yeah.
All right. Ted Lasso 2 and Kanye.
Content. There was a 5-part pod that came out during quarantine that ESPN did on Giannis's life and then how the Bucks found him and drafting him and all of how...
Oh, sign me up.
And Adrian Wojnarowski, who's one of their lead ESPN guys, did the pod, narrates the pod. It's incredible. One quick tidbit. When they brought Giannis in to do the evaluation and in the gym, they had decoy cars and hit him because they didn't want other teams to realize that they were looking at this guy because he went, 15th or whatever?
Yeah.
And so they didn't have the highest of picks, but they knew that's the guy they wanted. And they were so secretive. They told him when you land, don't look at anyone, just go to this place. And it was a whole
wow
charade. So props to the Bucks for doing that.
That's awesome.
You know what else was one little content thing but I just didn't think it was that good did you see the Elon Jack Dorsey Bitcoin talk?
No. I saw that it happened.
Guys.
And Kathy Wood, right?
Yeah, that was yesterday, right?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that good. Maybe you'll see it differently.
Maybe it was supposed to be surface level. Just
did he shit on it?
It's such a monumental talk.
Busta Rhymes was excited. He just tweeted, "I'm very excited about Bitcoin. I'm now going to look into Ethereum."
That's what he said?
Yeah.
Good for you, Busta.
Let's take a look. It was, I don't know. It just felt to me how do we make it more energy efficient? What are the problems with the inability to do all the small transactions? I don't know. It just didn't feel, that heavy hitting for having Jack Dorsey, who's dedicating his life to making an impact, and Elon Musk, who obviously can post a tweet and make such an impact. To me, these are two of the biggest tastemakers when it comes to crypto.
But they're not good speakers.
Yeah.
You need a Gary V there interpreting.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Listen, one thing that
his TikToks are too much.
Gary V? Yeah, I don't really get them. They don't come to my...
They popped up in mine.
I'm more of a conspiracy guy.
Yelling. I'm
yeah.
It works for kids, though. Kids need to be yelled at.
I think the big buzz quote, kind of to our conversation with Tim, was something about if you don't like corporations, then you can't like the government because the government is essentially just the biggest corporation that exists, except for they have a monopoly on violence.
Jason likes that.
Jason just did a TikTok dance to that.
Yeah, that was the big, everyone's yeah.
Well, no, I was just at the core of the conversation we were having earlier, just really quickly, briefly. I was just saying, it all just comes down to power because capital is just power. All these countries are just corporations. So even if you take out capitalism in America, everybody's just having a huge power fest, which is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
So it's
But
like,
that's what's propelled like human beings to.
right, but like in essence, like fundamentally, ideally, you'd want to live in a world where everybody's like on an equal playing field, which is which is not realistic. But like that, ideally, that's what you want to be able to.
You know what, you guys.
But that's just not real.
You have the luxury of thinking like that at your age.
Right.
Once you have families and you guys have children one day and you're living your life, your view of the world will change so dramatically.
I recognize the reality of the world, and like I know how it's gonna go. Like I know in my lifetime.
You guys are both capitalists. You guys hustled to get both of these jobs.
No, I'm not
Didn't
denying
actually
it.
like
You guys are pigs.
any
You guys are pigs.
Tim
We're not capitalists because we're employed.
Tim wore a fucking suit to his interview.
Yeah, you fucking suit.
Yeah, fucking suit man.
Stop talking to us, suit.
I'm a
don't like your
capitalist.
corporate
We actually
world.
we're
So
the guys running away from the suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim, you're the criminal.
Tim. Yeah.
White collar criminal.
Yep.
Notice I said white.
I'm a capitalist, but I'm forced to be a capitalist because of the world we live in.
Well, shut
Shut
up.
up.
Shut the fuck
up.
up.
Do you not like your job? Are you just doing this for a paycheck?
No,
I love
like my
this
job. I like my
personally.
job.
I think I need a raise.
Yeah, you like going and walking up to Bootsy Bellows and going to fucking
Yeah,
Soho
yeah.
House.
Oh,
You
yeah.
like that life,
After
huh?
party with
These
a
guys
rapper.
might be bigger capitalists than we are.
They are.
Oh my god.
They absolutely are. I see
That's
Jason's
a huge
chain.
privilege that I have.
Jason
and I
wears a
recognize
chain
that,
when he goes
but I still
out.
That's an earned privilege, bro. You don't I'm not handing out invites to fucking losers. Okay? It's earned.
He had a gold chain on.
I just want everybody to hear what DJ said.
What?
That you're not a loser?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, well, so far. But be careful with all that fucking utopia talk.
Well, there'll be a door right outside for you.
Holy shit.
In life, there are winners, losers, and content.
That is literally what life's about.
Oh my god.
Okay, any wrap-up shout outs, anything like
Well,
that?
the big shout out I have is for our race Saturday, 5K, 10K, half marathon. If you have not signed up, you can still sign up. Use the code RUNCLUB. You get a discount. If you're coming to run with us in LA, 8 a.m., we're going to meet for the half marathon, 5K and 10K at 8:45 a.m., then picnic party on the beach. Jason has a lot of things to do. He's getting some tents, some towels, some catering.
Yes, sir.
It's a very busy day planning it.
A lot of
But-
hard work at on a business.
Yes, on
Earning
a business.
money.
Yeah, earning money. So come out for that, and then
You think I'm a capitalist now? Give me 10 years.
I have one quick shout
I
out.
know.
yeah,
Shout out to Israel. The prime minister has now said people who are not vaccinated will be banned from some public places until they pay for a coronavirus test. This is happening. This is the trend.
well, France said that if you want, if you don't get vaccinated and you want to go places, it's 50 euros for a coronavirus test.
Yeah, this is cool. I like this. This is a very heavy-handed episode. I like it.
Boom.
I don't have any shout outs just for next week.
I have a shout out from Nick Maselli who says, "Hey Tim, I have a shout out. My best friend Ryan McElman gave me a shout out on my birthday. And me being the shit friend, I totally forgot to give him one on his birthday on June 26th. Maybe you could blame it on Pete or something. That would be awesome, even though he's already gone. But yeah, I'd like to wish Ryan McElman a happy birthday. He's a pro skier and biker traveling the world, chasing his dreams.
Pro on both?
Wow.
He's been listening to Short Story Long, listening since Short Story Long, and absolutely loves you guys. Hit us up if you're ever in Park City. Also, tell Drama I want to be his first golf sponsor. Sending some balls his way in the next few weeks.
Ooh, some
yeah.
balls.
Send your
Uncommon
balls
golf.
my way.
I've DM with Ryan, and he told me if I ever come into Park City, he'd make me a fantastic skier.
He told me the same thing.
Wow. Oh, you want to go to Park City, Utah? Let me tell you what's not happening there. Socialism.
God.
That is the fucking richest goddamn place.
Oh my God, these guys.
These guys are a
These guys
joke.
don't
He's
even
like,
realize.
he's gonna come back. He's like, have you ever been to the Nobu in Park City?
Yeah, yeah. But by the way, fuck Jeff Bezos.
Isn't there St. Regis too?
Yeah.
This guy's gonna be staying in
A
St.
montage,
Regis.
St. Regis.
I'm going to be like the biggest capitalist in the world in like 2 years.
Yeah.
You already are.
Okay,
Yes.
well...
You just haven't made the money yet.
Yeah. You'll be able to
that's true.
tell I'm a
Yeah.
capitalist in 2 years.
Okay. Well, yeah. Send me your balls. That's it, right?
That's it.
That's it.
All right. Good stuff. Thank you guys for listening. Yeah. I hope you agree with our thoughts today.
See you at Rolling Loud.
If not, we'll see you at Rolling Loud. Bye bye.